Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Aegis Team League as we bring y'all week number 5 of the round robin pools here. I'm Salte Boy, joined here on the mic with the wonderful C Fresh to go out to open that box, but he's here on the mic to join us to commentate these games. How are we doing?
Doing pretty good, man. It's good to talk to you. We're in our last 2 weeks of the regular season here, so you'd have to imagine a lot of things are about to be decided this week. For those of you that don't know, we'll take it over to the format page to talk to you a little bit about what we're talking about here. Each of these teams is going to play 3 sets against one another, and each set win is going to net them a point. And then the top 3 point scorers in every division are going to move on to playoffs. So we're right on the edge of playoffs right now. Very excited, very interested to see where things go. You can also see here that there are $700 dues up for grabs, and you can increase those prize numbers if you like by hitting !Matcherino in the chat. We'd really appreciate you.
Absolutely. And there's also additional pricing for the teams that win as well. Top 2 teams get popcorn supplied from the Popcorn Baron himself. And at the end of the season, there will be an MVP player that will be nominated and awarded a special Zen Market box that you just saw there in that intro to start us off here for the Team League tonight. So there's a lot on the line. And like you said, that time to really lock in is really running out because this is week number 5 of 6 here for the round robin format. And after week number 6, after we get into the first week of playoffs, half of the teams, 12 out of the 24 teams, are being completely wiped from the board. So you got to make sure that you are scoring in the top 3 positions of your specific division.
It's hard to see. We got to keep them a little longer than you would in a double Elam bracket. We have the 6-week regular season, but still, man, it breaks my heart to lose half of these teams. They've really been playing their hearts out here. Speaking of that, let's take it to our Zen Market matches of the week to find out who's going to be playing their hearts out on stream today.
Yeah, as you can see right here, we're going to be getting into RFLCOPTERS versus SJS DMV Safe Jump Saturdays for the very first team match. And on the other side, afterwards, we're going to be having Lappin Labs Network as well as Magical Girls Squad Z to close off the night. So a lot of matches to look forward to, and I'm really looking forward to this first team set that I just highlighted between RFLCOPTERS and SJS DMV, where we have Lucian, Jeek, Lurie, and Hack and Mango rounding up that team. A lot of really strong players that had made incredible results at a ton of majors. I mean, Lucian right here, 7th place at CEO 2024. Jeek at 3rd at DreamHack Atlanta. Lurie, 33rd at Otaku 2023. These are a lot of top level players. And Lucian, Jeek, and Lurie will be the ones representing the team today. With the highlighted player will be Jeek as the Milia player, as we're actually going to be seeing a Milia mirror coming up.
Yeah, lots of love there on that team. And, I love to highlight Jeek as well because they did such an amazing job in season 1 of the Team League as well. I think people maybe didn't expect them to shine as hard as they did. And once again, they're an incredible teammate here. Interested to see how they do today. Well, let's take it over to Team 2, SJS DMV, made up of Kehoe, Macmans, Elucid, and Kribby. This is a lot of really solid veteran talent out here. A lot of Team League veterans as well as the people you see at these majors and at tournaments. And our highlighted player for them is going to be the other Milia, Kehoe, who we love to see, who actually won SJS's own Popcorn Baron Bonanza. Love to see the Popcorn Baron out here. Frankly, I don't even recall if Kehoe was a member of SJS when that happened. So that's, it's not a bad way to recruit some players for your Team League team is hosting a tournament and see who wins. But we'll have to see which Milia comes out on top today. I was actually just checking it out. If you guys don't know, we're in our 2nd round robin here. So everything you're going to see is a rematch with the left team, the home team, getting to counterpick the team on the right. Previously, RFLCOPTERS 3-0'd SJS DMV. And I'm interested to see if SJS can steal any points back, if they can manage to get those critical points that are going to change, who makes it to playoffs and how people get seeded into playoffs at this juncture.
Yeah, but like you were talking about, with the home and away teams, where the home team gets counterpicked the away team. RFLCOPTERS won 3-0 last time as the away team, so they didn't have that counterpick advantage, and they still got that 3-0 in the end. So we'll see exactly how different this is going to be between RFLCOPTERS and SJS this time around, as now RFLCOPTERS is the one counterpicking SJS. And surprisingly, there's not a lot that's different. Last time, it was Lucid versus Lucian, Hiho versus Jeek, and MacMens versus Lurie. And as you can see right here in this matchup spread, it's going to be between Lucian and Kribby, and then rematches between Jeek and Hiho and Lurie and MacMens. And now, while we did say it was a 3-0, it was actually an incredibly close 3-0 where Lucid was 2-3 to Lucian. Hiho was 2-3 to Jeek. MacMens was 3-4 to Lurie. So just looking at that, like, you don't really have, you can't really predict as easily as you think you like who would win between these two teams here.
The other angle that we were talking about is that some of these matchups are really quite difficult. Like we were talking about, Lucian into Kribby is Happy Chaos into Gold Lewis, which I know a lot of Gold Lewises really do not care for that matchup. I don't think they super love it. That said, you know, Happy Chaos doesn't have incredible defense against Gold Lewis. So if that character gets going, you know, you sort of just got to block it out. You got no reversal on your side. And then at the same time, Lurie v. MacMens, that is Faust into Anji. And as a reformed Faust main, woof, that one stinks. I really do not care for that matchup at all. I don't think there's a lot of great buttons you can hit into it. But, you know, Lurie called Mac out early on in this season. Lurie wanted all of these anchor matches, and he's been holding it down for his team and doing quite well for himself. But MacMens has the most match wins in the league right now, so you know he's been doing very well in that anchor position as well. In the game that I feel about this way about of, like, let's see, Anji and Slayer come to mind as well, where if they get one bar, you're cooked. You cannot let them get a tension lead on you. I mean, everybody talked about a resource trade as a meme in the previous season, but that meme is alive and well. You know, you can't let these people run away economically with the match.
And yeah, you really cannot do that against a Gold Lewis either, because once Gold Lewis gets up on top of Happy Chaos has very limited defensive options, has to really rely on those system mechanics because he has no reversal super, he has no mirrorless reversal. So trying to defend against that overwhelming pressure from Gold Lewis can be quite tough. And right now, both these players are doing a great job at just jostling around here in neutral, really just trading hits. But right now, Kribby has that advantage and is trying to rush in against Lucian, but gets crossed up by the roll into the tap dust.
It was funny, though, the way they were both playing, like, they both know if they end up down back in the corner, they could easily lose the whole round off that. So there was a whole lot of patience in that early bit, just playing at the mid screen. That said, Luke has a heck of a lead right now. Krib holding on to 1 bar attention here. What can they get done with it?
Oh, a burst coming out from Kribby, immediately spending that drone, and you gotta worry about that drone, and that's going to be leading to that hard knockdown, which will give Kribby this advantage against counter hit after the flex shield. This should be dead. No, we dropped the combo.
Oh, is this OTG gonna kill? No! Oh! Auto time meaty. Luke just eats it up. Perhaps a matching throw there.
Good comeback from Kribby, keeping their composure after that burst and with that very low health. And that's one of the scary things about Gold Lewis too, is that the longer you let the matches go on, the more time he has to build up that security gauge where you can just send out the drone, and then suddenly you cannot zone as Happy Chaos anymore.
It's scary stuff. I know a lot of people have groaned about it as a resource mechanic because it's not necessarily a managed resource. It's just like, hey, I happen to have high security. That's great for me. You're praying for me, Luke, down back here in the corner.
Nice block on the overhead, but we're eating so much chip right now, and Lucian knows he has to get out of that corner at any point, and that's exactly what he'll do, but gets mashed out by the 2P, the godlike mash button from Gold Lewis, and Kribby setting the pace here for the very first set by taking that first game.
We saw a lot of early confidence there from Kribby, which I really liked. I mean, you know, they grabbed the roll in round 2. That is some fast adaptation, realizing that, you know, that's the type of gameplay Lucian wants to look for after they got opened up by that roll in round 1.
Yeah, but we'll see how things shake up after that. Both these players have plenty of time to adapt to each other. And even though the Kribby took the first game, you still need to win 2 more if you want to take the set. And Lucian is a top player for a reason. So we'll see exactly what annotations Lucian makes here in the second game of the set.
Could be a lock-in moment.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see exactly how much Lucian locks in with as we go for the White Wild Assault round start to immediately knock Lucian off of his feet.
Yeah, I know it got nerfed, but invincible is invincible, you know what I'm saying?
It's only nerfed in the fact that if it gets blocked, it's negative and punishable.
Yes.
But if it doesn't get blocked, you know, it's fantastic for you.
Great match there. The guts to do it into the big fat behemoth typhoon. Lucian going for a lot of tricky cross-ups here too, but manages to put themselves back in the corner early on. We'll see if they keep going for it.
Oh, burst coming out from Lucian, sending Kirby to full screen and just rushing up, hitting him with that 2K into the Deus Ex Machina immediately to get that damage cash out, and also the bullet regen as well. Regenerating that curse, setting the curse out, and there's the laser that's going to be pressuring Lucian from full screen and gets pushed in, but Kirby not able to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, Crib also whiffing quite a few behemoths here, but Luke is just, I'm not sure, not quite ready to push the advantage after that. I know it's scary to do. I know you really got to be on your game, but I think you got to look for those gaps because Crib keeps leaving them.
Oh, there's the trade coming in. Oh, another fantastic match from Lucian. Once, like you said, the guts to do that in the corner has really been paying off for Lucian because we're getting so many big counter hits that are sending Kribby to the other side of the screen to get that corner advantage, and Kribby unsure of how to get out of this pressure. Clone step in his face, so you cannot really mash out against him anymore and gets hit by the bullets. This is going to be a wall break for Lucian.
Speaking of advantage, like Lucian built the tension to do this while clone was up as well. Like, you use that clone to build all these resources to now get positive bonus and continue winning. Let's see if they can close out the round.
Oh, jump back.
Oh, no.
Tries to use the gunshots from above, but that proved to be a difficult task as Kirby goes for the successful anti-air and finds it straight into the super. That's going to be the rounds evened up here in game number 2. Lucian, oh, okay, avoid the white wild salt this time around. That's going to be a big deficit for Kirby.
Okay, sometimes let's go gambling pays off. Luke scouted that Crib might have been willing to do it again. Oh, let's go, baby! I missed these wall slumps. It's been so long.
Going straight into the Deus Ex Machina. Does not want to give. Oh, I guess we're going to be giving burst anyways, but we're just going to go for that straight damage, get that positive bonus. But yeah, while wall slumps are not something you see very often anymore because of the burst game, but the burst game has been depleted in this new season. Or yeah.
Many people are calling it the Nirvana patch, and it's hard to admit to myself, but I kind of miss those wall slumps. Luke clearly missed them too, pulling off that P for a 1-1.
Yeah, it really just shows all the different mix that you can go for. It really just opens up more opportunities when you're not being given so much burst for being wall splatted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hate to buzzword the people, but I really feel like it improves player expression, right? Like, you have these interesting situations
Absolutely.
where it's like, based on my resources, based on theirs, do I want to wall slump? How do I want to approach this? And when do I want to stop wall slumping? Like we saw Luke, end the loops, go for that Deus Ex to break it there, as opposed to, getting that hard knockdown, getting a huge positive bonus, being a sort of all-encompassing optimal option last patch.
But right now, Lucian taking the game for his own, evening things up 1-1. Honestly, a great dash forward 5P from Kribby to go for that anti-air. We saw last time where Lucian went for the jump up to avoid the white wall assault. Well, Kribby basically adapted to that and just ran up 5P to anti-air immediately.
This is so tough. Lucian definitely down a whole lot of resources early off that and already being forced to FD the rest of them away just to try to resist this Gold Lewis chip damage and pressure. It's just not going to work out. They got killed in drips and drabs.
And with the boot, Kribby taking another round here against Lucian. But Lucian bringing out the gun, and there's going to be a throw to start us off.
Oh, back counter hit as well. Even on Happy Cast, that's going to do a pretty good amount of damage, plus a hard knockdown here.
Yeah, set the curse up, gets the bullet refill, going to get that positive bonus. See exactly how Lucian will utilize that, starting us off here. Lots of mirror game. Look at that. At 200 meter, the BRC mix coming in, but great block from Kribby to just stay blocking high.
Yeah, Kribby is a dog. Good God, blocking that fuzzy and then blocking the low could not have been me.
I think this is gonna be a wall break.
Oh my God, with the Deus Ex, getting just the meter to get it done.
That's going to be it. Great, I guess a great combo decision right there in that routing.
A lot of bursts on the board right now. About to come back on board for both players. Crib blows theirs, does not want to get caught in the corner against HC.
Another clone, the 2P to clear it. Kribby just going for these dash blocks to slowly gain space on Lucian, but we've seen this before where Lucian presses the advantage instead and goes for that roll mix-up, catching Kribby off guard. And now Kribby is the one stuck in the corner. Lucian basically just walks his back up against the wall and says, okay, now it's your turn to be in the wall instead.
It's so tough, roll's difficult. A lot of HCs will tell you, oh, just FD, just FD. Then the roll's so much less potent, but then you're FDing all the time. Then you're losing a lot of meter to them.
Or just throw, right? But, that's also a very difficult thing because if you mistime that throw, then you're going to be getting counter hit.
Throwing run-throughs in Strive is a bit of a let's go gambling moment.
That's true. But right now, Lucian has to really gamble because he's out of concentration, but he successfully finds that reset into the throw to take yet another game as Lucian now takes the lead in this set 2-1.
You gotta, breathe that sigh of relief. Finally in the lead for the first time in the set, and just one more game here to close things out, earning that point for RFLCOPTERS. I don't think Kribby's done yet. I think, Lucian has adapted. I'm interested to see what Kribby still has in the tank to surprise them.
And certainly we did not lose that game without taking a round as well. So if you can take a round, you can take a game, and we can definitely take that set as well. But right now, we're really mulling over this character select screen right now. Who do we want to pick? Is the Gold Lewis the choice to defeat Lucian right now?
I would have to say yes. I'm very interested because I'm not sure who else Kribby has in the tank. Certainly other, fast characters going to be pretty good against HC. Honestly, I would not hate to see the recently buffed Elfelt, but nope, we are back at it again on the strong, the classic Gold Lewis. He's like one of those old classic cars, the slabs, beige paint job. Love that, man.
Pulling up with the old... Definitely one of those players that will just like pull up with the old car and is like, "Hey, check out my ride." You got the 90s junker coming in. Louder than like 3 cars combined.
That was my very first car. It burned down on the highway. It was a fun time for me. That said, I don't think Kribby wants to crash and burn today. Chooses to no longer be locked down in the corner. Burst that clone. I like that spend.
Oh, and actually crossing up Lucian right there. 2P confirm. Nice jump out from Lucian, but great air-to-air from Kribby with that JP.
Yeah, Kribby's been very heads up with the mashes and the quick buttons tonight. Like a rising JP, great call out.
Yeah, those anti-airs have been very strong. You can notice that where Lucian is a lot more scared of actually trying to jump a lot of the time because Kirby has been so on top of them.
Yeah, Lucian's offers some pretty basic stuff, honestly. Like, really just wants to get that reticle on you, pin you down.
But simple is what's so strong about Happy Chaos, and we're just unloading that entire mag right there. Don't have to think about that rooting that time around. That was certainly enough to kill it. Now Lucian is on set point, and Kirby tries to go for another white wall. So Lucian not representing that round start jump this entire time, has represented it yet again to counter it completely.
Krib may be a little shook, honestly, not seeing as clean of a defense as we've seen from them previously, and it might lose the set for him. They need to hang on to this positive bonus.
Such a huge health advantage, and Lucian, like you said, with positive bonus on the table to throw the red RC to extend the combo. There's burst, but Lucian ending it early to try and bait it out and immediately gain the burst bait to get the round and take the set 3-0 over Kribby with a perfect, and sets the pace here for RFLCOPTERS to start off the night.
Indeed, great job from both players, but Luke just very clean there at the end. Burst baited no less than 40 times in the final sequence. Gonna be 1 on the board for RFLCOPTERS. And like I said, I want to see, it was a 3-0 in RFLCOPTERS' favor last time. I want to see if SJS can steal points back, because every single point matters. Like, SJS is already pretty likely to make it to playoffs, but if they can drag RFLCOPTERS' seed into playoffs down, or if they can raise their own seed, that is going to be a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely, but we'll see how that's going to go. And I'll say these next 2 matches, it's going to be a lot more interesting to see how they turn out, because like I said before, these are rematches between both these players. Hiho versus Jeek was a 2-3 last time, Hiho losing, Jeek winning, and then Macmans versus Lurie was a 3-4 last time, and they willingly chose to play those matches yet again. Maybe they're confident that they can win again, but it was very close regardless.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm bad at casting mirrors because the gameplay can look so different from how that character normally plays sometimes, but there's also a great opportunity here to really see what makes each of these players tick, you know, what they specifically love to do on their character. I'm very excited to see how they express themselves.
And certainly Millia has a ton of different options that you can use to try and mix you up. You have Artemis, you have Turbofall, Capel, you got Mirage. I mean, all of these tools, maybe they're not always used all the time by all the top players, but you want to see what these players crutch on the most.
Yeah, it's the fact that it's an option, and it's the fact that it's something you can get in your opponent's head. Letting the full intros rock. Storyteller on, buddy. This is some Guilty Gear. Get your popcorn.
All right, immediately Jeek getting Hiho here stuck in the corner, counter coming in, a burst from Jeek to keep Hiho in the corner, but Hiho doing a great job of just moving around the screen and not letting them stay down there.
Let's see, yeah, time to Millia players like to throw around the word knowledge check a lot. They're like, knowledge check, you should have matched there. Let's see how much they know their own pressure, because a lot of those knowledge checks aren't really knowledge checks. They're more RPS, right? It's, you know, it's yeah, sure, you can get out if you mash, but are you willing to mash?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before, where you want to keep in mind what moves Millia players really crutch on, because when you do that, it kind of takes out that guesswork a bit of playing that RPS against Millia pressure, because the pressure is so unreactable.
Let's see, Jeek currently putting on a real show right now. Is this the perfect? Has he even taken chip yet? There it goes. Finally gets down back in the corner off a back throw.
Jit throw coming out, but the double jump from Jeek won't get him that punish. Artemis for the wall bounce.
Oh my god. Raw bad moon as well. What a sicko. Love to see it. Frankly, I think raw bad moon might be more effective than other versions at this point, because we're so in the minds of the Millia players because we're tired of getting hit by it.
Oh, and I think it's going to death right here. Well, we don't have meter. Okay, Wild Assault not enough to kill. Jeek on their last legs right here. The PRC disc and the JD to get the anti-air. Well played there.
Wild Assault also not a hard knockdown anymore. You're going to see a lot more of those soft knockdown wall break scenarios. Oh my god, I can't believe that throw whip. Must have been in those 5 frames of throw protection.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. Disc keeping the lockdown, a big counter hit with the Artemis, but we're not going to spend meter. Instead, we're just waiting for that one more hit here. Chasing up PO into the air, but staying grounded instead and getting that close slash anti-air straight into the winger, building up just enough meter. I mean, barely enough meter to get that winger and kill right there as Jeek takes a game over Hiho.
Look, I know Millia doesn't do that much damage, but when I get hit by, you know, counter hit, anti-air, close slash, it just guts me, man.
It's a very good button.
I close my eyes. I'm like, it's your round. My bad. I've made some mistakes in my time.
It's great for stagger. It's multi-hitting, big hitbox, big vertical hitbox. Like, that is really Millia's anti-air of choice if she can go for it instead of 6P.
For sure. I mean, it's going to get her best combo options. It's true for a lot of characters, but not a lot of us can.
Yeah, but not a lot of you can really anti-air with their close slash as reliably as Millia. And I think that's really the key point.
The other person I'm always surprised you can do it is Axel. Axel anti-air close slash bodies me. I am not that guy against Axel.
Man. Duel 1.
All right, game number 2. Round start. Oh, okay, 5P round start. Turbofall Capel, close slash counter hit, can go for another one. Burst coming out from Jeek, but miss times the 5K. And now Hiho is out of that corner for free. Red RC to keep pressure after the Iron Savior. There's the Capel. Oh, a full combo here. Not going to be enough to kill, so we're just going to go for that setup with the disc.
The lows out here. I would have gotten hit as well.
And it's just so fast. It's just so fast. After you get hit by that mix-up, you're immediately put into yet another mix-up. You have no time to adjust afterwards. So trying to keep up with Millia is just so difficult. You see the cameraman is struggling to keep up with Millia.
I mean, I describe it as like these brain melt characters, right? Like Anji, Elfelt, Millia. People who can force you to think about your defense too much, and by the time you do, you've already died. Ooh.
Oh, I love that deflect shield on that Bad Moon. Lots of pushback right there because of the multi-hitting move. Very smart.
And I think one of the things we always underrate about deflect shield is it blocks high-low. It's a free block, so if you're really scared about that mix-up, it's got your back.
Bad Moon is notorious for being an unreactable TK high.
My God, aerial gameplay right now.
Yeah,
Really
very
good job
well
there from
played there.
Hiho. Jeek just struggled to escape, honestly. You know, every time they jumped, Hiho just seemed ready for it.
That was definitely a very dominant looking game there for Hiho. Not really giving Jeek much room to breathe. And that's really what you want, right? You don't want that Melee player to breathe, because we see exactly what happens when Jeek gives Hiho just that little bit of space where Jeek gets that corner position, and then suddenly that corner position is no more because Hiho just got to jump in, air dash, maybe Capel, maybe Turbo Fall to mix things up, and then suddenly Jeek's like, oh, where did Hiho go? Oh, now I'm stuck in the corner instead.
To be honest, like I consider just pinning Milia down to be like 80% of any character's matchup against her. If you do not give them pin. Do not remind them about that.
Give them pin back and Strive?
She got Artemis. She's good. We're safe.
Milia becomes top tier in Strive?
But yeah, I mean, her movement is so strong in the air and on the ground that getting her to stay still is a big important thing in any game plan I want to form against Amelia.
Yeah, for sure. And once again, we're seeing that even matchup yet again, where now we're both 1-1 between both of these players. You can still swing either way.
Oh, and one thing I don't know if we brought up yet is this one is going to be a 1-4 because it's the anchor match, so these players both have a long way to go if they're going to keep tying up like this.
Great air-to-air with the JS counter hit and the combo conversion as well to bring Hiho into the corner. Nice block on the overhead, but doesn't block the Bad Moon. However, no meter to convert off of it, and that gives Hiho some space to get out of the corner. Gets a punish throw in, sets up the disc, and Jeek is getting air thrown back into the corner. These hard reads from Hiho are really paying off, but that burst is going to be swapping sides here.
I love these players, both just, fishing for these aerial hits. I think Hiho really likes these deep JHs, and I see Jeek fishing with JS a lot.
I see pushing him back. Woo! For 2P. Oh, gets close slash out of the air. Truly unfortunate. But very fortunate here for Hiho. Very well played there to secure that anti and secure that round, and a great way to start things off for this next round.
Another deep JH hitting there to no real effect, but I do think that's the type of gameplay Hiho wants to rely on, getting a really frustrating screen position for you to deal with, and then use Milia's air movement to suddenly be right up in your face.
I love how we mix that up right there. The red RC after the hair car, and then we just go for the cross-up mix instead.
No, I refused to. I closed my eyes. I didn't see it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
I'm scared.
Okay.
Somebody activated something. Somebody took a sip of the coffee. I think Hiho's leveled up. Hiho's hit a new layer just now.
I see you, Hiho.
Hiho up 2-1, like we said, 1-4, so still a bit of a journey to go, but very commanding performance right there.
Is it a 1-4? This is the middle.
Oh no, I'm a moron. This is our set 2. Thank you so much. I just got so excited, seeing the Milia face off. I just assumed. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, production's yelling at you too. You got to go make things right.
I gotta
go up in another box.
This was misinformation. Clearly, to everyone in chat, I was lying to you. This is not the anchor match. Lurie's in chat telling me this isn't the anchor match. I've been sufficiently kept on my ball. My bad, chat. Lurie knows this is the anchor match because he's the anchor. He's been gathering up all of the anchor matches, actually. I think he's played every single one for RFLCOPTERS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let him know. Let him know you made a mistake there. Don't let him live it down. Add him on Twitter.
You can add me on Twitter. At CFreshYells. Tell me all the mistakes I've made. Tell me if I've made programming mistakes on the Excel spreadsheet.
Bro, unfollow this guy.
Whoa.
Quote retweet him to your audience.
That's true. I'll take that. Oh my god. A meeting of the JSs. Both players just jousting right now and really not wanting to play a whole bunch of ground game. I mean, would you if you were Milia?
No, not at all. They're always airborne, like you see right there, and you can see Jeek trying to go for that neutral jump to get a reaction out of Hiho, but Hiho holding on and holding this firm grip on the lead that they have built up here against Jeek, because now Hiho is on that set point.
Yeah, they said she doesn't do no damage, but Jeek was dead before wall break there. That's pretty nutty. They also say she has no health, which it's definitely true based on what we're seeing.
Yeah, low health, low damage, basically just normal damage at this point.
High risk multiplier, which is so disgusting to me. That's a brutal thing to deal with.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, no! I can't believe that killed. What a burst bait. Incredibly strong job there. Wait to steal a point. Hiho, we have 1 point on the board here for SJS. That is going to be huge for them headed into playoffs.